to Professor Arwen's Backyard Science. Once again, we are not in the backyard, we're in the house, and there's a good reason for that. We're in the house because we need to use the kitchen, and that's exactly where we are, in the kitchen. Today, we're going to do some science, which is edible. We're going to make some sweeties into slime. Slime that you can play with and that you can eat. So because we're doing edible science, what's the first thing we need to do?
Wash our hands.
The first thing we need to do is wash our hands. So, to make sweeties into slime, we need some materials and some ingredients. Okay? Now you can do this at home, but you have to be careful because we're going to be using the hob, and the hob gets very hot and we're going to heat water up to melt the sweeties. So, the first thing we need is a hob. The second thing we need is a
pan.
A saucepan, yes! Now, then we need a
bowl.
This is a Pyrex bowl. Then we're going to need some... What's this? Do you know what this is? It's a oven mitt. We also need a
spatula.
A spatula, and this is a silicone spatula, which means that the sweeties will be less likely to stick to it, so that's good. Right, and finally, we're going to need some
fruit sweeties.
Some fruit sweeties, and now it's important that they're chewy fruit sweeties like Starburst or Chewits or any sweeties like that don't have a hard shell. So we've got 2 packets of them, and we've got sugar. Now this is icing sugar, okay? Icing sugar is important because it's not grainy, it's very fine. And also, Professor Arwen, you're hoping to put some
sprinkles in.
You want to put some sprinkles in, don't you, as well? Right, so what we need to do is we need to open the packets of sweeties and
open the packets now.
And put some water in the pan.
Can I eat one now? I'm going to eat 2.
Professor Arwen, you are very cheeky.
Yes, I am. These ones are going in the bowl.
Okay.
They are.
What's your favourite colour?
Purple and red. So I'm having purple and red.
And where do we put our rubbish?
In the bin.
In the bin. If it's not recyclable, we put it in the bin.
Professors get to eat one.
You've just tried a sweetie, and at the moment the sweetie is quite hard, isn't it? It's quite hard, isn't it? And you're chewy. And that's because the molecules inside are attached nice and firmly together, so they don't slide apart a lot. And that's what's important about slime, because when we put them in the bowl and we heat them up, they're going to start to move around more. So the molecules won't be so attached, they'll be a bit more stretchy, and then it'll get all soft and pliable. Right, so we need to unwrap more of these. Right, now we need to put the heat-proof Pyrex bowl on top of the saucepan with the heat underneath the saucepan with the water inside. And like I said, this is called a bain-marie or a double boiler. Now, as you can see, there is steam coming off the top. Can you see the steam? Arwen, you can see the steam, can't you, Professor Arwen? Can you see the steam? Ooh, steam. You can see the water bubbling in the pan. So the science that's happening here is that the water is starting to get very excited. The molecules in the water are starting to get very excited. So at the moment they're moving around like this. Just moving around like a liquid, just normally. And as they get heated up, they get more and more excited. They vibrate really quickly. They move around really quickly. And that's why water starts to bubble and boil when it gets heated up. Now, as that happens, that then heats up the glass bowl, and the glass bowl heats up the sweeties inside and melts them through a process which I believe is called convection, although I might be wrong about that in this situation. We have to keep mixing the sweeties, but we have to do it very carefully because this is very hot. So I'm going to stand the other side to make sure Professor Arwen is very safe. Our sweeties were a solid and they're starting to get softer and softer and softer, and Arwen is looking forward to trying some of this tasty slime.
Could I mix it?
Yeah.
It just looks like scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Just be careful because that's hot. Professor Arwen, is this soft enough?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, so Professor Arwen says this is soft enough now, so we can take this out of the bain-marie and we can put it on our tray. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour some sugar on here. You got it? Right, let's see how hot it is.
Is it hot?
Still quite hot, yeah, but it's cooled down quite a lot. Right.
Sprinkle.
I need it. I reckon you can do this.
And pretend we were the bacon.
Now it's time for the sprinkles. Go on then, pour some on. Fold it up. That's it. Fold the sprinkles in. That's it. Right, now give it a good squeeze like this so all the sprinkles get mixed in. Right. What do you think of your slime?
It's all for me.
What do you think? Is it good?
Yes, it's all for me.
How does it taste?
Like sweetie.
Is that good science? Yeah,
Thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe. Bye.
Love you.